David Stanowski, followed by Jacqueline Tarpey.
Good afternoon, Council. I'm David Stanowski, the President of the Galveston Open Government Project. The GHA may appear to be an independent state agency, but in reality, the city is responsible for what they do, so the City Council should be intimately involved in all major public housing decisions. In Walker v. HUD, the court ruled that a housing authority is merely an arm of convenience for the city. Therefore, it is time for future updates and discussions regarding the current public housing plan to be conducted in open City Council meetings. The City of Galveston and the GHA have only two ways to construct a public housing plan that will affirmatively further fair housing. Number one, prepare and submit a portable voucher plan, including regional mobility counseling for approval by HUD. This plan should include documents showing HUD's preferences for portable vouchers over public housing units, cities that have voluntarily implemented portable voucher plans with HUD's approval, and litigation where the court ordered the use of portable vouchers. Number two, prepare and submit a regional public housing construction plan for approval by HUD. This plan should include documents showing the HUD's preferences for a regional approach to public housing, cities that have voluntarily implemented regional public housing plans with HUD's approval, cities that have implemented regional public housing plans on HUD, such as Cincinnati, and litigation where the court ordered the use of a regional approach, such as the Thompson and Walker cases. Clearly, the building plans developed by the previous GHA board will fail any fair housing test, and variations of their plan that continue to place hundreds of new public housing units and project-based vouchers on the island will likewise fail, whether they are mixed income, scattered sites, or rehab units. This cannot deconcentrate poverty. Council, it's time to start pushing for one or both of the acceptable alternatives. It's our opinion that the regional plan is more likely to gain support from the poverty industry because it will still generate enormous amounts of profit, and HUD has the power to push for building on the mainland using the same methods as they did in Dallas and Cincinnati. If HUD will not accept either fair housing plan, then the city's best course of action is to do nothing until HUD either makes a move to force the GLO to build or withholds promised funding. At that point, the city needs to use its funds to defend its position in court. How is the outcome of litigation going to be any worse than agreeing to create hundreds of additional units in this city? Is the court going to make the city build 2,000 units as punishment? The real nightmare would be to capitulate and build and then find that the full payoff for total obedience was not forthcoming. Thank you.
Thank you. Jacqueline Tarpey, followed by Jeff Riley.
Jacqueline Tarpey, 216 Seawall. It's a new address, so I'm still trying to remember it. I am also part of the Galveston Open Government Project, as you all well know. I'm commenting on 13C, your executive session. I would love to be a fly on the wall or a mouse in the corner of the room at these secret negotiations between the GLO, Texas Appleseed, Texas Low-Income Information Services. Not so much to see how they're moving all of these little housing units around on the Galveston game board. What I really want to know is how many times do they pause, step back, and ask, will this plan give the extremely poor in Galveston County the opportunity to move out of poverty? I bet that's never come up in any of these discussions, because it's not about people here, is it? It's all about property and political power. Perhaps it's time to reframe this debate and focus on people and not property and political power grabs. So I have a gift for you. I have put together, may I pass these on to you? I put together a packet for each one of you. In this packet, you will find the center part of the packet is a map of every single census tract in Galveston. At the front of the packet in that pocket, there's Galveston County census data for 7 major cities in Galveston. It covers comparing the employment growth, the population below poverty, vacant housing, crime, school district data. As you can see by that cover sheet, all of the items here, we show our source, and we are providing you links if you need them. The source to the U.S. government census tract, you just have to Google it in. These are all 2010 census tract data. The back of the back pocket is the city of Galveston census tracts. This has for every single census tract in Galveston, the race and ethnicity, the individual below poverty in those census tracts by percentages, and the vacant housing units. Again, we have documented. So I know people like to say we lie, we don't document, we're not telling the truth, we don't have the right facts. Come and tell us if you see something wrong and we'll correct it. Otherwise, don't say those kinds of things about us. It is my hope that this information will empower the City Council to ask specific questions when you meet with the Housing Act, with the Fair Housing Group, and their answers, if you ask them, are they following fair housing? And if they, I guess I have to stop, so I won't.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for your time, and please take this seriously. We can't just throw people away like this and not give them a chance to have a decent life just because we want money.
Okay, we have a